Hello everyone and welcome to the Here at CES experience. We're coming to you live from CES 2026 in Las Vegas, and today I'm joined by Maitê Bezerra from Omdia. Hello Maitê, it's been exactly 1 year since we stood on the same stage here, a little bit different setup, but it's so excited to see you again, and let's talk CES.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me here, Mike. And I really wanted to get your opinion because 2025 was a pivotal year for automotive. So what stood out the most for you?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think what stood out the most for me in 2025 was obviously AI was everywhere. That was the discussion. Every magazine, link, whatever you open, news is all about AI. And seeing them talk about an automotive around what it can do in the cockpit to personalize the experience and or for predictive logistics in our enterprise or MI business. And I think there's a lot more that has to happen in AI, but what really stood out for me was the progress in SDV. SDV beforehand, it was all the talk was about what is it, how does it work? But I'm finally seeing the OEMs now adopt SDV, which is really exciting for us. And we won so many great deals in the SDV side that it's now just time to execute and deliver. Also, we're seeing a renewed discussion around digital cockpit experience and just really about making that consumer-centric, which is fantastic. And then the last is the SoC players, the NVIDIAs, the Qualcomms, the others. The notion of that they don't need a map and it was going to be mapless has turned out to be false. And we all know they need a map, and one of our biggest businesses right now is working with the mapless players. So those are the things that really stood out to me in 2025. So with that, Maitê, we're here at CES. What are the trends that you're seeing emerging here this year?
So you mentioned AI. We're still seeing a bit of AI, but what we're seeing more is a focus moving away from the LLMs discussion and more towards the agentic AI. So how do I make different systems talk to each other? How do I use different modes? How do I make a multimodal system that understands the consumer? And also we're talking a lot about end-to-end systems, which are powered by transformers, right? And a lot of discussion about physical AI.
Yeah.
So this discussion about autonomous vehicles really being renewed, and the timeline is being really aggressive as well. So I'm really excited about this at CES.
Very cool. Well, let's move on. Let's go walk over. We've got a couple cars here on the showcase. We've got the BMW, we've got the Lucid. I think we're going to move on and we'll keep talking over there.
Let's do it.
Right.
Mike, so what is HERE showcasing this year?
So very exciting, a lot of great announcements this year at CES for us. The first is obviously the Omdia. We were ranked #1 again in your annual ranking, which we're really excited about. The team worked hard for that, so that's #1. A lot of great customer announcements. We have a Hyundai announcement where we're going to be doing more of their brands. If you take a look at Genesis and Kia and others. Lucid next-gen navigation with a really amazing cockpit experience driven by HERE. We talked about the SoCs earlier. We're doing a great demo drive with Qualcomm, where we're doing some fantastic work on L2+ driving with BMW. Amazon Alexa with AI, and a lot of the continued development of our SDV solution package, where we're bringing a lot of the deployments and the customers and partners that we've done into that, and we're showing all that here in our demo booth. So that's where we're excited. So this is more of a show, not only tell CES, we want to show our customers this stuff is ready, it's commercialized and ready to go, all the way from the beginning of the SDV journey, from development to deployment, all the way throughout the life cycle.
Amazing.
So Maitê, you've been tracking SDV maturity, and we worked together on the SDV maturity framework. What's your SDV outlook for 2026? And by the way, for everybody, we're sitting in the hood of the Lucid Gravity. So that's the car you see here. And it is like a little bench and everything else. A very cool experience.
It's so comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm loving this.
Yeah.
So Mike, for 2026 is a year of implementation. right? It's not, when you talk about SDV, you think of software and you think software changing very rapidly. And of course it does, but in terms of the changes in the industry, it takes a bit longer, right? So 2026, you're going to see the OEMs that were a bit slower in adopting the SDV trends to actually start implementing their projects. And even the new OEMs that were, in this level 3 or stage 3 of SDV, they are now trying to see what they do with the next step, right? What is this new thing about Agentic AI, or where would this take us?
Yeah. Now, I've heard you speak about the innovation driving SDV acceleration, right? And these are things like robotics, Agentic OI, everything else. What do you think will be the stickiest one over the next few years?
I have to say it's Agentic AI, and just because it's going to become the new UX, the new way that you interact with your vehicle. So as you're saying, the vehicle becoming more customer-centric.
Yeah.
So this Agentic AI enables the systems within your car to actually connect in the background, make the decision on who should take the main role, and should I make the decision based on the vehicle, should I use the cloud, but all of this being invisible to you, right? So just working seamlessly. And I think this will definitely stick, because this works not only in the car, but it also works for the processes within companies as well.
Agreed.
So Mike, with the year ahead, what do you expect for 2026?
Man, I wish I had that crystal ball, right? I can look into that. Look, I think I'm just so proud of the HERE team. We've completed these last couple years where we built an incredible foundation, and now it's all about continuing that growth trajectory. We have momentum, and we've got to continue to innovate through multiple avenues, whether it be automotive, multi-industry, et cetera. It's going to take, tremendous ecosystem collaboration. It's going to take a lot of work just on innovating on our own products, working with our customers and partners and taking their feedback and bringing that forward. And it's all about driving market leadership. So that's my expectation in 2026. I think it's going to be a real focus on SDV, getting that delivered, mapping expansion into new geographies, and are really focusing on great products. AI will come. Do I see a lot of revenue coming in 2026 from AI? Probably not, but I see a lot of POCs with our customers where we can learn together and find out what we can monetize and really drive for further in the future. So with that, Maitê, listen, I wanted to just a huge thank you. You do this for us every year. I love our conversations. We got to sit in this cool car. We got to see a couple other pretty cool cars. And thank you for turning this into a LinkedIn Live. I really appreciate that. And everyone stay tuned for more news on HERE, and it's going to be a very exciting CES.
Thank you, Mike. And I'm looking forward to what we're going to be showing in 2027.
I would love to see that. It can't get better than sitting in this. So.
Right?
Yeah.